Hello, this is Gustavo Tolosa from the Online Book Club. We're reading the Esselstyn's Be a Plant-Based Woman Warrior, and today I'm making the original marinara sauce in a large pan over medium-high heat. We will cook the 1 cup of finely chopped onions for probably 2 minutes. And after the 2 minutes, we will add the garlic and cook for another 2 minutes. So that's going to be about 4 or 5 minutes until the onion softens and browns slightly. Okay, so we'll just have to keep stirring, and every now and then we'll add a few drops of water. And if it doesn't stick and it's not needed, please don't add it. Many times, depending on the kind of onions, if they release a lot of liquid, I don't even have to use water. We're trying to saute this and not boil, and so we will just continue to cook the onions and the garlic. Like I said, every now and then I have a little bit of hot water handy so that I can continue stirring. If the pan bottom gets dry, just add a little bit of water, and then you're going to reduce the heat to medium-low, and you're going to add 1 tablespoon of dried oregano, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, and 1 tablespoon of chopped fresh basil. Okay, I guess if you don't have fresh, you could use dry, but the recipe calls for fresh. So it's 1 tablespoon of dried oregano, 1 tablespoon of chopped fresh basil, and 1 teaspoon of dried thyme. Okay, and you will stir until the onion and the garlic are well coated with the herbs. And once it is well coated, you could continue cooking for another 2 minutes or so, 2 or 3 minutes, and then you're going to add the tomatoes. So you will need strained tomatoes, and you will need finely chopped tomatoes. So if you can get a can of 26 ounces each, that would be great. If not, you can just use 2 cans of less, and it doesn't have to be exactly 26. It could be more. Okay, so here goes the strained tomatoes. It is a little bit more than 26 ounces. I think it's 28, but that's okay. Of course, I mean, this is a really good brand that I got. It's organic. It's done with, it doesn't have anything added, no sugar, no salt, no oil, nothing. And but you can make your own. It's not that difficult to make your own if you have a blender. It's really not. Okay, so then you will add the chunky or the cubed tomatoes, chopped, and it calls for 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, which I prefer not to use. So instead, it says you can use 1 or 2 large, well mashed or pureed medjool dates. So I used dates. Okay, they're chopped finely, and I'm going to make sure that I stir it really well, and so that they're not in one lump. And this is to cut some of the acidity of the tomatoes, but of course this depends. Some tomatoes are not very acid and others are more. So anyway, my grandmother used to put a tablespoon or two, I don't remember, two tablespoons of sugar, but either maple syrup or dates will do. And you will stir it over low heat. And you continue simmer the sauce until your desired thickness, and it could be anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. I am going to add one of my favorite spices, which is smoked paprika. So that's not in the recipe, but I am adding it. I really love it, the taste, okay, that it gives food in general and sauces. So that's it. Now I'm going to let it cook for 15 minutes, and it's going to be ready to be eaten with so many things. You could eat them with cooked garbanzo beans. You could eat it with polenta. You could eat it with some kind of a whole wheat pasta or any other kind of pasta that is not white flour pasta. You could eat it with, you could make stews with it. I mean, there's so many uses. And if not, you put it in a freezer bag and you freeze it until another time. So once the 15 minutes went by, I just want to show you what I'm going to do today. I have some polenta in the background, and I also have some asparagus, Brussels sprouts, and tomatoes that I cooked in my cookware that doesn't need water, and it's just keeps all the flavors intact. So let's scoop some of this polenta here, creamy, beautiful, delicious polenta, and I will put some sauce on that and make a beautiful plate. So let's see how it comes out. Can you smell it? Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It really helps me to grow it and continue making these videos, and click on the little bell. Also, take a minute to look at my website, which is plantemas.com. Plantemas is spelled like plant, P-L-A-N-T, and then E-M-U-S, plantemas.com. And that's my plate. I'm going to use some Simply lemon balsamic vinegar, and I am going to put some of the Benson's Table Tasty for that salty taste without any salt or any sodium. And maybe this time I will sprinkle a little bit of nutritional yeast as well. So what an amazing plate of greens that are wonderful for our arteries, and the polenta. I hope that you will try it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.